Hello, my name is Hakon, and today I'm going to show you another very little simple thing to do with the Empress Zoia, to do with sequences. And it has to do with how you can take a melodic sequence and adjust the rhythm of it with a second sequence in gate mode. And I'll show you how to do that. I just made this little patch. This is one page. There is an effect, a reverb on a second page, but otherwise everything is on one page. So what this sequence does now is I've got an oscillator up here. Of course, normally I wouldn't let the Zoia make the sound. Normally I would use this with MIDI out and for something else, but because I'm demonstrating this, I'm letting the Zoia make all the sound as well. So just to make sound, I've got an oscillator here, a VCA, audio out, and the VCA is controlled by an ADSR envelope, and the melody, the frequency of the oscillator, is controlled by this sequencer right here, and the rhythm of this sequencer is controlled by this sequencer down here, and the speed of the steps on this sequencer is controlled by an LFO, and which is up here, and the speed of this sequencer is controlled by the second sequencer and the gate output. Very simple. I'll just show you how to do that. So let's see, just to check I've saved this now. So I'll just start from scratch. Let's go to a new blank patch, like so. And just for the sake of demonstration, I will put in an oscillator. So we've got an oscillator, color red, orange. I'll just upgrade it to 111, so I've got more colors to choose from now. I've got orange, mango, got to go with orange. Waveform, triangle, that's all we need. I've got so audio module, VCA, one in, one out. Yep, that's all we need as well. Okay. So now we want the audio out from the oscillator to go to the VCA input. And then we have here the audio output. That's an interface module. Audio output. And color, I'll do something else. Lime is nice. I'll go with lime. I like having a gain control. It's not really, strictly speaking, necessary for this demonstration, but I always like adding one. And the VCA output here can go to the audio left and right inputs of the audio out module. Now, of course, at the moment you can't hear anything because this VCA has a level control that is not triggered by anything at the moment. So for that, I'm going to use an ADSR. So we have here control module, ADSR envelope. I'll just keep it the way it is there. And the output of the CV output of the ADSR goes to the level out input of the VCA. Of course, at the moment, nothing is triggering this, so I will make an LFO here just to get this started. So control module, LFO, square, that's fine. And I can put that to the gate trigger there. Oh, actually I need to switch it on as well. Okay, so that's a low frequency. Okay, so there we are. I'll just make this a bit snappier now. Okay. Not a very exciting sound so far. So let's control the frequency of this oscillator here or modify it rather, because you can of course set the frequency here too, but I'll modify that with a sequencer down here. So control module, sequencer, color aqua, yeah, that's fine. Number of steps, I'm making it 5, 6 steps, just to make it one line. It doesn't really matter so much, this is just a demonstration. Of course, when you use this in practice, you would have different requirements for length of sequence, but 6 steps, that's a good beginning. Okay. Now I don't want to trigger this from this LFO, so I want to make a second sequencer, like so. Color sky, I'll make it purple. Let's make it purple. And I'll just fill in the last 2 lines there, like so. Let's change the color actually, because now it looks too much like the other one. So I'll just go edit that. Magenta, peach. Okay, well, most of the steps are basically, yeah, okay. Also, this isn't necessary, of course. I'll just put in a reverb here as well, just to make it sound a little bit nicer. I'll do whole reverb. Okay, so just to patch up the reverb, that takes the audio from the VCA and in there, and I'll do both channels there, and the output from the reverb goes to the also to the audio output. Okay, so far so good. So a bit of reverb there now. Now we want to modify, let's see, so this sequence needs a gate input. CV output will go to the oscillator input. And this one here also needs a gate input, so I'll use the LFO like so. So this starts moving about here now. Now the output of this sequencer, now it says out1 CV. If I push the encoder, it says gate. That's what we want. Now, if I do like this, every single output is now on, and this is the output that I want to use as the gate input for this sequencer. Okay, so at the moment there are no notes set, so now this sequencer is running based on this gate input. I'll just put in some note values. Okay, so that's just the basic sequence running now. Let's increase the speed a little bit. Because those are beats per minute, 85 beats per minute. Okay, so this is where the magic happens, is I go down here. What happens now is that the melody sequence is only gated when one of these steps here is active. So this can create interesting rhythms. Let's increase the speed a bit so you can actually hear it better. So basically the LFO now is sends a signal to the ADSR envelope to activate that, and it sends it to the gate input of the second sequencer. And the second sequencer sends its gate output to the first sequencer. So now, of course, this has the effect of notes repeating. So that's not the effect we want, really. We want the ADSR also to be triggered by the second gate. So what I'll do now is I'll remove this connection here. And I want the ADSR envelope to be triggered by the gate output also of the rhythm sequencer. This is the effect we want. So now I can increase the now, of course, the beats per minute here is per step, really. So, of course, it depends what kind of resolution you're thinking in terms of for your rhythm track. Now, of course, this can be up to 32 steps. Of course, you can combine several sequences. So if you think of it in terms of 16th notes, this is up to 2 bars of music. Of course, and as long as the number of gates on the second sequencer is different to the number of, or not divisible by the number of steps on the melody sequence, the length of the notes will come at different places for each playthrough, which is also quite interesting, I think. Of course, now there's 6 notes here, and if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 notes on this, it will repeat in the same pattern all the time. If we do 12 as well, so it's a very simple way to control the rhythm of a sequencer track to add a lot of interest and variation with and it's very playable as well. You can just go in and add or remove steps just by pushing the different controller pads. So that's just one other tool that you may use to control your sequences and make them more interesting. There's so many ways of doing this on the Zoia. And I will probably make more tutorials about it because I've been spending a lot of time the last few days just exploring different ways of working with a sequencer, because that's one of my secondary main uses, I would say, because my main use of the Zoia is as a reverb and delay pedal, but secondarily I also like using the sequencer for MIDI output as well. So that has been my main focus. Quite a simple patch again, and which is what I will focus on, I think, mostly in my videos. Just a very simple element that you can use in a bigger patch as well. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found that useful. If you did, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, all the usual stuff that people keep telling you to do in the videos. I don't usually tell people that, but sometimes I probably should. And share as well if you have other friends who might be interested in seeing how this is done. So yeah, the Empress Zoia, absolutely fascinating pedal. So many different possibilities. I don't think of it as a pedal really. It's more of an effects multi effects processor, I think, slash modular synthesizer slash whatever you want it to be. And I will be making more videos about it in the future, and as well as other things. So please come back for more, and I will see you again in my next video. And goodbye for now. Bye bye.